Keighley here, and today I'm sharing a layout and a process video for UK Scrap Addicts. Now, our theme this month is a Lisa Fonseca style element on our pages. And as I'm sure everybody knows, Lisa's designs are absolutely amazing. Her paper pieced characters and things on her page are just the cutest. Now I have cheated just a little bit. I went onto my silhouette and I cut out a bear face. And the reason I've cut out a bear face, and I have had to cut it in separate pieces so that obviously I could have different colours on the bear. But the reason I picked a bear was because my nephew Alfie, my nickname for him is Alfie Bear, and it has been since he was a tiny little baby. He's now 8, and I still call him Alfie Bear. He has no issues with it either, so I'm sure as he gets older he will, but at the moment he's fine with it. So I have cut out a bear, and the collection I'm going to be using is Legendary by Coco Vanilla Studio. And I really loved this tone on tone star paper, and I thought it'd make a really cute bear. So I've pieced all my different pieces of paper together, and Lisa Fonseca does hand stitch around a lot of her characters and the details, and I've done that too. Obviously with the power of editing, I went off camera and sat on the sofa and I just watched a series on Netflix whilst I was stitching around the entire bear. Now I did actually take a few pointers off Nikki Rowland actually. I've never really I've watched a lot of Lisa Fonseca's videos, but I didn't really pay attention to how she was doing her stitching. I just obviously assumed she was just hand stitching, and I noticed that Nikki said in one of her videos about going around the design rather than on top of it and creating a small edge. So I tested that out and I was really pleased with how that looked, and it was so much easier than what I'd been doing than what I'd done previous. So I really loved the look of that. Now I did use 2 strands of thread like I normally would, and I wish now that I'd used maybe 4 strands or even 6. I think it would have packed a bigger punch than just the 2 strands. Now the photo that I'm going to be scrapping is one of my nephew, and he was a little baby in this photo. I can't remember exactly how old he was. I have got it written down somewhere, but he was a new baby, and I loved the colours as well in this photo. I thought it matched really well with the colour scheme of my page. I did show you a little second ago the background that I created off camera, and I just went on to the Silhouette store. I think it was one I purchased. I can't talk, tongue tie. One I'd purchased previously, and I've used many times before. And it's the Star Confetti by Paige Evans, and I really do love this one. Like I said, I have used it before, and I'd back that with. It looks as though I've used a full sheet, but I actually just used the remainder of what were left from the bear head, and the rest is just pieced together so that I could back every single star on the background. When I was looking on Pinterest, a lot of Lisa's layouts had really busy backgrounds. She did a lot of painting. She had done cut files on the background before as well. So I wanted to create a background rather than having just a plain white background. Mixed media really isn't my strong point, so I felt like this was something that I could work with and I felt happy with. I've attached a star behind the bear head. It's a grey one from the die cuts, and I also want to add this grey moon as well to the top of my layout, so it looks like a bit like a sky on the background, with my sleepy nephew at the bottom with the bear. So this had a really thick white border, and the big star die cut didn't have a border at all. So I have just trimmed round that just to make it kind of match a bit more. And I'm going to pop that up on some foam and attach that into the top left corner of my page. Now I come to think what else am I going to do on this layout, and I had pulled out some white bramble fox stars, and I thought I'll add those onto the background. Being white, obviously it's white on white, which I do like that look anyway. And I just scatter those around, and I really do like that, but I felt like it needed something else. Lisa's style is very bright and colourful, and obviously I've gone for a very toned down version of her style by using just blues and greys. So I needed to have a think, and I just knew this layout needed something else. So I decided to try and bring in my title, which is going to be Alfie Bear. And these thickers are just from my stash. I can't remember where I got them from, but I think I tried to use them before and never actually used them on a page. But I felt like they worked really well on here, and I had all the letters that I needed to write my nephew's name and the word bear. And I'm not sure where I want it to go, so I messed around for quite a while, moving it around the page. Luckily they're chipboard, so they don't stick very well. Oh, and there's Max. I said I think it was my last video, that he's making an appearance in my videos at the moment. He obviously wants everyone to see him. He is a bit of an attention seeker, but yeah, when people actually come to visit the house, he runs and hides. But he does like being on camera. So yeah, so I'm moving around this title. I'm not sure where I want it to go. I'm trying it in a lot of different places. I tried it next to the moon. I tried it above the bear head. I thought I'd try it along the bottom of the bear. And then I go to try it again next to the moon. And then in the end, off camera, I decide to have it above my photo. I did have to squeeze it in quite a bit there, but I think it does work really well. And back to the stars, because I said to you before, it needed something else. So because I'd used the black thickers for my title, I thought I'd bring in some darker elements on the background, and I think this worked really well. So I fussy cut lots of the black, and I think it's like a really dark grey stars from one of the pattern papers in this collection. And I'd also pulled in some light blue stars, which I'd also fussy cut from the same paper. And now I'm just attaching some of the Bramble Fox white stars, and I really love how these look on the page. And I'm just scattering those about and think, do I need to add some more? And it does take me a while to get some of the backing off the stars, because when they arrived, the Bramble Fox goodies, they have backing on to protect them, which is really good, but obviously you've got to then remove it every time you want to come to stick something down. So now I'm just making sure that everything's stuck down on my page. I am running out of glue there, so I'm really having to shake that bottle and stick it down. But I've ordered some more since, so everything's okay. And now I'm bringing in some of the enamel dots that I have left in this collection, and I'm pulling in some of the grey ones to tie in with the moon and the star. And I really like how they look as well. So please do have a go this month. I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone creates, as well as the team. This month's challenge is a real fun one. It is a real challenge, but it is a really good challenge. So please do share those layouts with us on the UK Scrap Addicts Facebook group. Thank you for watching. Bye.